ready for just a normal summer?
Yeah, it'd be nice. Plan on spending most of it probably around here. So, just get in the gym with Dan and Derek and, try and get my strength back and stuff like that. I think, just being able to skate more in the summer too, I think will help. And, just go from there. I trust the guys downstairs and, we had a pretty good thing going before I got hurt. So, just stick to that.
So just to clarify, you're planning to basically spend the whole summer here working at the facilities?
I wouldn't say the whole summer. I'll probably go home for a month, maybe a little bit more. But I would say by the 4th of July I'll be here.
I know you were cleared to play, but how close to your 100% were you this season?
Can you repeat that? Sorry.
You were cleared to play. Obviously, after the neck surgery, you came back. You played, most of this. You played the entire season. But how close to you were 100% of the player you think you can be?
Yeah, I mean it's never easy when you try to get ready for a season in probably 4 or 5 weeks I think it was, but I honestly felt really good with my body and things like that. I think probably weight wise I would have liked to probably be a little heavier coming into the season, but you just try to manage it that way. And but yeah, I mean honestly I don't think there was at any point once I got cleared where I was skeptical about playing or anything like that.
After the operation, did you feel like you had a number of goals in mind as you came back? Because if you had been completely healthy, it might have been a different story.
Yeah, I don't think I really put a number on it on exactly what I wanted to get to. I think for heading into the season with the new coaching staff and all the the changing stuff that happened around here, I think I just wanted to prove to all the new guys that just how I play and I can help out offensively and things like that. So I can't say I came into the season with a number in my head or anything like that.
You played all 82 games this season. How big of an accomplishment not having the off season to get stronger and instead focusing on the rehab? How big of an accomplishment was that in itself?
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Just personally for me to be able to play a full season. I think prior years, whether it was COVID or whatever was happening, I think last year hurt my shoulder and things like that. It sucks when you're out, and it's not fun. It's not fun missing games. So to play a full season, I think that's a player I want to be known as a guy that's gonna be able to play most of the season, if not all the games. So I definitely feel pretty good about that.
Joel, you guys are expected to get Coots back next year and Atkinson. Do you think a lot more has to be done in the offseason, or do you think those two, will push this team, make this team a lot better?
Yeah, I think both those guys are going to help this team a lot. I read a lot of stuff on Twitter and things like that, and a lot of people are writing us off again already, and I think a lot of people forget Coots won a Selke, before he got hurt, and was one of the top players in the league. Cam's been a 40-goal scorer in this league, and you add both those guys to the offense. I think it helps a lot, and I think it takes pressure off a lot of other guys. So I really don't think we're too far away. I feel like we have a lot of good pieces and good players to build around, and I think it'll be interesting this offseason. Obviously that's out of the players' control what happens with that, but I feel like we're going in the right direction, and with good offseason training and keeping everyone healthy, I think we're in line for a big season.
Along with those, go ahead.
When talking about you, Torts always says high marks are coming back and that he likes that you fight, but other than that, he's kind of waiting for you to have off-season and evaluate you next year. I guess when talking to you, what type of evaluation has he given you and how has that relationship evolved?
Yeah, I think kind of what we were talking about earlier. It's really tough to get ready for a season in a short period of time. So I think that having this summer and just sticking around here, I think I have a lot to prove next season. Obviously this season probably wasn't my best, and I have a lot of areas to improve on. But I think with the off season, just getting stronger, getting a little heavier, I think. I feel like when I play a little heavier, I was the COVID year where I had a really good year, and you just feel really good about your game. You got good legs at all times. So if I can get back to that, I feel like I can really help this team a lot more.
Are those evaluations he gave you, or that you just came from?
That's more just from my perspective. I think for him, I think he just, the mindset's kind of the same for, kind of everybody. I think just, playing for your teammates and, doing the little things, whether it's blocking shots and doing all that stuff. I think, still areas that I need to improve on it for sure. And, if I can just keep doing that and try and, become as complete of a player as I can, I think it's going to, help him and help the team.
Along with getting some of the veterans back, you had a lot of young guys step up this season, Cates, Tippett, Morgan, all those guys. How much does having them kind of take that next step also help you guys when you kind of want to or think that this rebuild may not take as long as some may say?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, just look at just the names that you mentioned there. They, had great seasons, and kind of what I was talking about before with getting Coots and Cam back. I think it's only just going to help those guys elevate their game even more. So, like I said, I don't think we're too far off here, and just biggest thing is keeping everyone healthy. And I think for the young guys that had really good seasons like Frosty and Tip and a couple other guys, I think their confidence is only going to grow, and they're only going to it's only going to help them.
I guess how exciting is it for you to sort of be part of this youth movement, David Open? The fact that the goal is to get maybe even younger, but you have guys like Tippett and Cates and Frost who are around your age and are kind of looks like they're being groomed to sort of be the new core of this team.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think the leagues it's kind of changing. It's it's getting younger, it's getting faster, and I think when you have a group of young guys like we do, and you kind of you go through this kind of rebuild or whatever you want to call it. I think in the long run it's really going to help out because we're all going through it together. I think whether it takes whether it's next year, whether it takes a couple of years, I think you just kind of build the confidence and trust with your teammates, and you play with each other long enough. You look at some of the really good teams in this league, Tampa, Colorado. All those guys have played together for years and years. So you just get into a rhythm, and and then you just kind of go from there. But yeah, I just think we got a good crew here and a good young core, and I keep saying it, but I really think getting those guys back and it's really going to help the offense and make us a better team.
Joel, Kevin Hayes admitted that he knows there's probably some uncertainty about his status going into the summer with the Flyers. What has he meant to you, just as a guy that's kind of looked after you and kind of been a friend to you as well?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really think there's enough good things I could say about Hazy. He's one of my best friends. I think from the first day I got here as a 19-year-old, he kind of took me under his wing. Same with guys like Scott Lawton, Michael Raffle, and the list kind of goes on. But Hazy, he's always been so good to me, and just leading me in the right direction when whatever the case might be. And I think he's just a terrific pro, and whatever happens. That's kind of out of the player's control. But he's been so good to me, and I really feel loyal to him forever.
Rocky Thompson is known as an assistant coach, a good rapport with players, a good communicator, but also can push guys when you feel they need it. Has that been your experience with Rocky?
Yeah, for sure. I think there's been times where, he's pushed me to be better and really question my game and things like that. And, I think at the end of the day, the coaching staff here just wants to make everyone a better player. And, I think, in prior years, it's, they're a lot more direct with, the approach and what they want from us. So, I think it's been great. I think it's been, it was a good first year, and I think for the future, I think you just kind of build on that and listen to them and just try and become a better player each day and just do what they ask.
Joel, Rocky said earlier this week that in the past you've had the experience, the opportunity to play with some older, more experienced players who were catalysts of creating offense themselves, and you kind of got to piggyback on that. This year, he's seen you have more of an opportunity to be the catalyst, a driver of offense yourself, and especially more recently, he's seen you take on that role more. I guess what has clicked for you toward the end of the season to be more of that catalyst?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, it's really just having confidence. I think I think for me, it's making whether it's my first shift or first couple shifts, just making a couple good passes and just build on that. And I think near the end of the year, obviously playing with Frosty, Tip, TK a little bit too. It's just they're such good players, and I feel like right at the end of the year, I felt like the chemistry was kind of coming together. We were making a lot of plays, so you just try and build off that. I think you kind of go through stretches where once you get going, you feel really good and you feel the chemistry, and you just try and build off that, I think.
Thanks, Joel.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.